This is my cheat sheet for Thursday, February the 23rd. Let's get the bad news out of the way first. It's oil. The oil futures are spiking like we've never seen before in the history of any given February. News here is that just since yesterday, at the wholesale level, and here's what I'm talking about. You're seeing everybody report on the price of oil futures. You're seeing a lot of conversation about how much the prices are rising right now at the pump. The numbers that I'm giving you are the futures on wholesale gas, what you're going to be paying approximately 2 weeks from now. Here's the problem. On the futures, on refined, unleaded gasoline, we have seen a 26-cent spike in 8 days. Another 4 cents since yesterday. Here's where we currently are as I record this. We're at $3.27 per gallon. That's at the wholesale level on average right now, about 2 weeks out, before we add on federal taxes and before we add on state taxes. The average of those around the country is about 50 cents per gallon. So you do the math. Now here in Florida, where gas prices tend to be a little bit higher anyway, that puts us on par in a couple of weeks to have the average price in the upper range of the 380 mark. So anything plus in premium, you will easily be paying well over $4 per gallon at that point. And we continue to see the price of oil move higher as well. So we're done with the bad news for now, but I'd rather you know now than get there to the pump in 2 weeks and go, what the heck just happened? Taxes. All right, let's hit the president's proposal first. President has proposed corporate tax overhaul in the tax code, eliminating many of the loopholes, bringing down the overall corporate tax rate from 35% to 28%. The devil's in the details on this. There is some stuff to like, and actually for some businesses that don't really have much in the line of write-offs, this could be a benefit. The folks that are paying the full rate of the 35 that would go to 28 certainly can be some benefit there, including to some small businesses. Here are the things I think are a little problematic in it, though. We already have the highest corporate tax rate in the world, on average, by the time you get done with deductions. The problem with this is that the net effect of it is that it actually increases taxes on average for businesses in this country. So while there is some simplification of the system, we're actually raising the tax burden on businesses at a time in which I'm frankly not thinking that's a very good idea. And we already have a very high corporate tax rate. What many folks, including the U.S. Chamber of Commerce, are taking a look at right now is a flat, and that meaning getting rid of all the loopholes, corporate tax proposal. Something in the order of 25% even would at least keep it at about parity. That's something similar to a Mitt Romney proposal. So I do think there are some things that represent some progress here, but certainly if we leave it the way it is and we raise the tax burden on businesses, I worry about what that could end up doing over the course of the next year. Let's talk about Mitt Romney and taxes. He had a tweak to his personal income tax proposal yesterday. 20% off across the board. Whatever your effective tax bracket is, you would get it knocked down by 20%. This is something that is every bit as significant as the President Bush proposal, only it's a bit more equitable in that everybody gets a 20% break regardless of where your current tax burden lies. The other thing that this is also in addition to his original proposal to keep and eliminate taxation on dividends and capital gains for those under $200,000 individually or those under $250,000 with families. That happens to be a provision that I wish you'd just get rid of. I like to see the end of taxation on all forms of dividend and capital gain in income, given that that money was already taxed originally before it was invested. But nevertheless, I do think that there's plenty of progress being made in the overall tax conversation right now, both corporately and with personal income tax. So that's something to be interested in. And lastly, I've been hot on housing recently. I'm really nervous about the equity markets, really nervous about what the economy is going to be looking like by the summer because of rising energy prices. I'm really bullish on housing, especially Florida housing. We saw some more sales data yesterday that showed actually we had the best existing home sales numbers coming out of January in more than 2 years. So we are seeing some strengthening in the housing market right now among existing sales, which is what I'm more interested in than the new housing sales. That is the cheat sheet for today. Enjoy yours, and we will see you tomorrow.